Hi, welcome back. Alright, so I think it's about time we started adding some dynamics into this score. The first thing I'm going to do is just let you hear what we've got so far here at the end of the piece anyways, starting at bar 7. So I'll come up here to my playback window, and I'll enter measure 7 there, and I'll go ahead and hit play. And this is going to be just the battery. Cool, so not too shabby. But the first thing I'll do to start entering some dynamics is choose my expression tool again. This should be a familiar friend at this point. Now the first thing you'll notice when I click this, the positioning handles come up over here. And just to give you a little bit of a rough overview of what these do, the leftmost will control the vertical positioning for all of the expressions on all of the staves in the piece. This one will affect all of the systems for the instrument that it's right to the left of. This one will affect only this particular system. So if I go back into page view here and I scroll up, you can see that will affect just this particular system. It wouldn't affect these down here. And then the fourth handle will affect just the next object entered on that particular staff. So I'm actually going to hop back into scroll view. Alright, so let's go ahead and start entering some dynamics. Again, there are meta tools for these, just like with the articulation tool. But I'm going to first just double click here, and we'll go to dynamics. I think I'm going to choose Forte. Notice it's 4. That's the meta tool for Forte. So I'm going to go ahead and hold down 4 and add in those dynamics for all of these instruments as well. And for now, I'll just leave it at just the battery. And then here, I'm going to put piano. I actually want it to kind of drop down and then gradually crescendo back up. So piano will be 7. The meta tool is 7, so I'll hold down 7. There we go. You don't have a whole lot of piano rim shots, but I think we could certainly do that here. And we'll have that one drop down, and then we'll have them drop down here. Cool. And I think it's going to crescendo through this bar and then come back up to fortissimo. Now, fortissimo, 3 is the meta tool for that. So I'm just going to hold down 3 and then enter those in here. There we go. Cool. So now to enter the crescendo, I'll go to my Smart Shape tool. And by default, the slur tool will be chosen. There's a few different ways I could get this crescendo added. I could select it here and then just double click where I want to enter it. And you'll hold down on the second click and then drag. There we go. I could also, just to kind of show how this works, I'll select the slur. And let's say I want to go ahead and add a crescendo here, but I don't want to go up there and click it on the Smart Shape palette. If you hold down the less than key, also known as the comma key, on the keyboard, you can see that it switches to the entry cursor there. Now I'll just double click and then enter it. And you can see over there in the Smart Shape palette, my slur is still selected, but I was able to add in a hairpin. I'll do the same thing here. Oops, easy killer. And then we'll have another one right here. So there you go. There's the basics of adding some dynamics. In the next video, we'll start entering some stickings into the piece. So we'll see you next time.